And we are live. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Gentlemen of Crypto, episode 398. Today is Thursday, May 9th, and I'm your host, Bitcoin Zay, but today I'm going as Cabernet Zay, celebrating a rise past 6,000. Shout out to everybody who's been holding on since the bottom. We are here to bridge the gap between cryptocurrency and the community Monday through Friday at 3-ish, and I have some great news stories for you today. Starting with our top story, crypto-friendly U.S. Congress members join new fintech task force. FinCEN says some dApps are subject to U.S. money transmitter rules. Mortgages are coming to Ethereum this summer. There's a new Medici Bank after 500 years, and this time is crypto-friendly. And we also have a new Dino of the day. U.S. Congressman calls for a bill to outlaw cryptocurrencies. But first, let's get into our cryptic coin winner of the day. Unfortunately, we actually do not have a winner today. Nobody from yesterday as well, but we will have a chance to win later this week. So before we get started, let's jump into some market updates for today. So top 5 coins for today, the market updates for you. Bitcoin is trading at $6,120. Up 3% today after some bad news from Binance. Didn't really affect it. Ethereum still trading strong at $170. Only moved up 0.3% today. XRP still at 30 cents. No movement at all. Bitcoin Cash at $293.44 has moved almost 1% today. And Litecoin, which is trading at $74.12, has moved down 0.452%. And of course, CryptoCoin, our native private token, is at 1,049 Satoshis, up 15% as well. So thank you all who are tuned in today. Let's get into some of the comments we have, some of the viewers we have in the chat. Richard Turwin, what's going on, boss? Ryan Cooper, Tony Nolly, the Game I Pete, Milton, what's going on, boss? Definitely Professor Say today, trying to be a professor at Howard. So I'm speaking it into existence. You gotta fake it till you make it. So shout out to Donald Muhammad, Crypto Culture, what's going on, boss? Everybody on Facebook as well. Thank you for tuning in. Let's see. Let me get set up here. Make sure I have my stories good, and we can get it going. Let's see. All right, all good. So let's jump into our first story of the day. Crypto-friendly U.S. Congress members join new fintech task force. Yes, people, the U.S. House of Representatives is launching a new task force aimed specifically at financial technology, including blockchain. So it's not specific for blockchain, but it will be a part of it. The new task force is referred to as the FinTech Task Force, was established by the House Financial Services Committee by a voice vote on today, and will examine blockchain and cryptocurrency tools, among others. It's actually headed by Massachusetts State Rep Stephen Lynch. The initial list of issues include regulating fintech, which is their number one goal, of course, for both domestic and international perspectives, lending, and using alternative data for loan underwriting. So they've definitely, done their part as far as doing the research on getting people in. I do know that as far as the financial task force that they've used for blockchain, it's coming from everywhere, people. SEC, IRS, FINRA. It's too many to name, but FinCEN has, basically started their own task force as well. And in a statement, they actually stated, as blockchain, new lending options, and other financial technologies continue to emerge, like blockchain, which I have going, it is clear that there must be a framework in place that not only provides a much clearer path forward for innovation, but also establishes the United States as a leading force in this space. Unfortunately, at this point, the United States is not the leading force from the tech side, but we are the leading force from the consumer side and marketing side. So I believe they want to try and shore it up so that U.S. can be in control. That's all that means. We want to be able to control this just like we controlled before. I don't think this is a possible thing for them to do, unfortunately, because it's too much going into blockchain technology to regulate it now. But this is a story that is developing. So let's look at some of the comments we have in. Oh, definitely got Sinclair Skinner in here. Thank you for joining in today. HU definitely repping for you all. Like I said, I'll be a professor at Howard one day here soon. Let's see, Sergeant Crypto, what's going on? Allison Thompson, how you doing? Richard Turwin, you made it just by being in crypto. Oh yeah, just joining the party has been fun. Bree Vaughn, thank you for joining. Crypto and Culture, who's paying for this task force? You are, man. You pay taxes. You paying for this task force. Mike G, the race to regulation, absolutely. And Sergeant Crypto, y'all need to lock the Dino pin properly. Oh man, tell me about it. And I haven't even described the actual Dino of the day yet, but let's get into it. Our Dino of the day is U.S. Congressman Bradley Sherman, who is a Democrat from California. It hurt me to say that. He's from California. I'm out here in California with him. I have to roll up and see what he's talking about. But he calls for a bill to outlaw cryptocurrencies. In a financial services committee hearing today, he actually proposed this bill, and he actually stated, I look for colleagues to join me in introducing a bill to outlaw cryptocurrency purchases by Americans, in part because an awful lot of our international power comes from the fact the dollar is the standard unit of international finance and transactions. People, if you don't hear the fear in this man's voice, he literally, to me, when he said this, he basically showed that the emperor has no clothes. He basically said the U.S., our only power comes from the fact that we can control currencies of other countries. We can manipulate it. We can change it if we want. We can run coups. Hey, Venezuela is getting smacked right now, and it all starts with the currency. You devalue the currency, then you can slide in with your military, make everybody, go crazy, fight each other back and forth. And then you come in like the savior. We've done it thousands of times, and it doesn't stop today. So he also went on to say, whether it is to disempower our foreign policy, Venezuela, our tax collection enforcement, we've had those issues already, or our traditional law enforcement, the purpose of cryptocurrency, the advantage it has over sovereign currency is solely to aid in the disempowerment of the United States and the rule of law. So for those of you who have been looking for a way to dismantle the United States, the all-powerful United States, apparently cryptocurrencies is it, because this guy is a U.S. congressman. He knows what the deal is. He sees the writing on the wall. He absolutely is scared because, of course, from a national security standpoint, he really can't do his job if cryptocurrencies become prevalent, because you can't catch everybody. You can't tax everybody, and there are certain terrorist groups that they are focused on that can pay themselves in cryptocurrency. It gives people freedom. So that is there. But this Dino today is especially egregious simply because he also cites the actions of the Islamic fundamentalist group Hamas and their attempt to solicit cryptocurrency donations. The website provides detailed instructions on how you can send that terrorist group cryptocurrency. And he says, the advantage it has over traditional mechanisms is singularity, a benefit for those who wish to commit crime. So if he hadn't said that last statement, everything he said before, I would agree with. He is right. Cryptocurrency is coming. U.S. can't stop it. This is international, people. It's way bigger than you think. But when he said that it's only used for crime, that is inherently true. That is false. That is completely wrong. Bradley Sherman, you are speaking out of your ass, so to speak. You're just throwing out words because you have to use these buzzwords in your different articles, which I'm reading right now. So, of course, we've already done the background research a few times. Less than 1% of money laundering crimes, or crime in general, uses Bitcoin. Not even a factor here in this case. So this is just to scare people. And we have to give him that definite roar for today because Bradley Sherman, you are mistaken. So we definitely need to give our Dino of the day, Bradley Sherman, that good roar. Nice loud Jurassic Park. Music to my ears. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Get these dinosaurs out of here. We've had Joseph Stiglitz, Nouriel Roubini. We've had Warren Buffett. We've had his underling Charlie Munger, and now we have your boy Bradley Sherman out here in California. Man, it doesn't stop. We gotta stop leaving this gate open. These dinos are aggressive. So moving forward to our next story of the day, more regulations. FinCEN, they have stated that some dApps or decentralized apps are subject to U.S. money transmitter rules. Absolutely. Decentralized applications may qualify as money transmitters under U.S. law in certain circumstances. The nation's anti-money laundering regulator says they published a new guidance sheet today outlining when and how different companies, individuals, and platforms in the crypto space may be money transmitters under the Bank Secrecy Act and other relevant laws. So this is another organization putting their hand in the pot saying, hey, we want to regulate it as well. This is our, AML, KYC. We have to make sure everything is straight. So it does not establish any new regulatory expectations or requirements, but it does combine previous documents issued over the past 8 years and details in greater specificity how participants in the space might violate AML regulations. So If your dApp transmits value, it qualifies as a money transmitter, which if they take that law, that means that anybody who creates a dApp, if it is agreed upon that your cryptocurrency gains value, you're going to have to deal with the SEC as a security. And now FinCEN is saying you're going to have to register as a money transmitter. You know what it costs to be a money transmitter? Go ahead and pull out 100K plus 10K for every location, plus the other fees that come with it based on taxes. Oh man, this is not good to hear, because they can basically impose this rule on any cryptocurrency that gains value. Anyone that looks as though you're transmitting money, this is terrible to hear. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, so they go on further to say that wallets and dexes are different decentralized exchanges where people can actually move money, and this point of sale option that people have is becoming critical for them, because if they can't control it, if they can't say, hey, you can't run this dApp unless you go through FinCEN or unless you go through some sort of regulation, that gives us what we all want, freedom, but it takes away from the power of people who are already in power. And unfortunately for them, it's too late, man. I'm sorry. Y'all are way late to the party. All these regulations you're starting to bring, people are way too smart at this point, way too informed. And I think, honestly, this is not good for FinCEN and regulators going forward to make dApps a part of the money transmitter license conversation. Maybe with ATMs, of course, with different exchanges, but not with dApps. So let's take a look at some of our commenters here on YouTube. Andre Durden, what's going on, brother? How you doing? Mike G, how can we convince the politicians that the U.S. can grow alongside the crypto wave? Well, you have to have more money than them. And we've said this over and over. All of the political game is run off of money. As soon as crypto people are richer than the people on Wall Street, they will listen to crypto people. And also time. It does take time, because there are people who are 15, 16 years old. In 10 years, they're going to be the people looking to run for office, looking to be the people who pass laws. They've almost never grown up in a world without cryptocurrency. They're going to have to adopt it. So it's not whether it's going to happen, it's when, and it's who's going to enact it. The U.S. isn't going to have a choice but to grow alongside the crypto wave. The pushback is coming from people from other sectors who support politicians who talk in public. They basically pay them to go out and look stupid so that the rich billionaire who wants to keep his industry doesn't have to say it out loud, because for the most part, there's a lot of people who don't really want their reputation wrecked. And if they say something bad about crypto and in a few years, crypto turns out great, they're going to look terrible. So they push the politicians out there. They use them as the puppets. So they don't have a choice, honestly. Let's see. Crypto and culture. Man, let's put this Dino down. Yep, already got him out of here. Mike G, they're trying to blame BTC for the Sri Lanka bombing attacks. I told you, we said this in 2017. The only way that they can convince the American public, as well as the rest of the world, that Bitcoin is bad and that we shouldn't use it is that a big terrorist organization uses it or accepts it for donations, and then they commit a terrorist act. It's going to happen. However, these terrorist organizations have been getting guns, money, resources, technology, flak jackets, tanks. They've been getting everything from these people in order to fight these wars, because the only way to win is to fight both sides. So we've been doing that forever. That's just part of the game. But we're smarter than that, hopefully. Let's see. Tesla Hall, all them dogs barking. Yep. Let's see. Mike G, what does this mean for Lightning Network? It doesn't change anything with Lightning Network. For those of you who have used it as a payment system, Lightning Network is a layer 2, and you probably won't even see it. The fact that you know the name Lightning Network means you're ahead of the game. You'll just see it as a payment option. It's quick, it's fast. The fees are really cheap. Doesn't affect it at all. Still under development. And let's see. Let me take a look at some of our people on Facebook. Let me make sure to let you all know. Make sure to like and share if you're watching right now. Make sure if you're on Facebook to share it as a watch party. And for those of you on YouTube as well, make sure to like and share. So we're going to get on to our last couple news stories here. Mortgages. They are coming to Ethereum this summer. Wow. On Thursday, the fintech startup Fluidity will announce plans for their first Ethereum-powered mortgages in California and New York. Shout out to them. Come on out here to California. New York is interesting because I know they have the economic laws in place, but from a technology standpoint, this should work pretty good. Fluidity execs say the offering is slated for this summer once all the licensing paperwork is finalized. So we don't have a definite because they do have to use New York, but we'll see if they get it through. They're saying that we'll tokenize the house, which will effectively take the collateral that is the equity of the house. You're pledging the house as the collateral, and you get an advance rate back in terms of dollars. Fluidity formed in 2019. after Consensus merged with FINRA registered broker Propeller. So this is a FINRA Consensus sort of concoction. And Fluidity co-founder Sam Tabar has told the CoinDesk that although Ethereum mogul Joseph Lubin is still a major shareholder in AirSwap, which is part of Fluidity, the parent company has a distinct set of shareholders. So those shareholders include Brock Pierce, who you've seen. That was the first person to buy a house with Ethereum. We're actually going to have him for an interview soon. Bill Tai, who's Lubin's former college roommate, and Mike Novogratz, who is a popular investor in a lot of crypto companies. So they are backed pretty big. And if you're talking about buying real estate, there are a lot of people who are watching or who have watched who try to say, yeah, crypto is great, but we should try to get real estate. I agree, because real estate is the only scarce product on earth. That is really the only scarce product outside of Bitcoin. However, if you can merge the two and you can buy real estate with cryptocurrency, we should be doing everything we can to get as much cryptocurrency as possible, use that to buy real estate, or to get real estate, or use our crypto as collateral to get real estate. And that way you can get real estate, get houses, get land, use the equity from that house to purchase more cryptocurrency, which you can then put up as collateral for more land and more real estate. It is a self-fulfilling prophecy, people, if you do exactly that. And honestly, we have the mechanisms in place to do it. It's the regulations that's holding us back. So I want to give a shout out to Fluidity. If you're looking to purchase mortgages, or if you are a real estate broker or someone who's getting into the mortgage system, you need to somehow integrate blockchain into your system. And I do want to say I have an entire section on that in my book as well. So yes, Fluidity Summit is in Brooklyn. The one-day conference sold 900 tickets, and they will be out in New York. So shout out to Fluidity. Let's see if we have some more comments here. Tessa Hall, let's see what you got here. Oh, sorry. Jason M., you got to leave the USA for true freedom. Hey, man, it's getting closer and closer to that, but I agree with you already. There's some places out of the country me and King have explored as far as going there and staying for extended periods of time. So, yeah, I agree with you there. Let's see. Minho, what's going on, man? My crypto people, peace. What's up? Clarence Dennison. I keep liking the video, but literally unchecks in seconds. The shadow ban we talked about, people try to like, people try to share, comment, it's a lot of stuff that keeps us up. Some people don't get notifications till late. It's all good. The information is going to get to you. We're going to keep coming daily. And if you can't catch it here, you can catch it somewhere else. Definitely. Let's see. Minho, did I say I have a book out? Not yet. I just said it yesterday for the first time that I have a book coming. Hopefully next month, if everything goes correctly, we'll do the pre-sale and everybody here will know about it first. Definitely. So let's see. Caribbean, you can buy property with Bitcoin. Who said that? Minho? Yeah. We've seen it in the Caribbean. We've seen it in Europe, Liberland. It's a few different places where it has been sold. Malta, they've sold real estate. So it's been done a few places. The biggest thing right now is the smart contracts being secure, so your mortgage doesn't get basically rolled back on that blockchain, and then the money gets messed up. And then also too, from a regulation standpoint, regulations keep us stuck. So going into our last story of the day, a bit of good news here for you to finish out. There's a new Medici bank after 500 years, and this time it's crypto friendly. So if you know about the Medicis, the Prince Lorenzo de Medici, a descendant of the famed Renaissance era Italian banking family, the House of Medici, has opened a bank in Puerto Rico. So they were born out of the frustration with the current financial services landscape, and they aim to offer faster, cheaper, and more transparent services. They founded the bank alongside Ed Boyle, and they actually have a statement here that, Medici, they were founded in the 14th century, revolutionized the world's economy, and many of their innovations drove the development of international commerce, like holding companies, double entry, bookkeeping, and letters of credit. And one of the things that they're trying to do is integrate cryptocurrency businesses that comply with due diligence and KYC processes. It's not the focus of the bank. So I do say this is good news, but they're just opening a bank in Puerto Rico, and then crypto businesses will be able to bank there as well. So it's good to see that these companies or these banks that are popping up, they're integrating crypto because they know that's the future. And if you as a person, if you are smarter than every bank and every investment institution that has made billions, then shout out to you. I hope to meet you one day, but you are most likely not. You're not smarter than most of these people. And every time we see a bank open or we see a new investment firm, cryptocurrency is in the conversation. So you have to make that a vital part of your portfolio as well as a part of your business. So shout out to this new Medici Bank. It's in Puerto Rico. They do comply with the FDIC, and you will have crypto businesses that will sign up there. I'm sure of it, because Puerto Rico is becoming a hotspot for cryptocurrency. So, like I stated today, definitely Cabernet today. Glad to see the price of Bitcoin go over 6,000. Let's see if we got some comments here. New Legacy, keep the information going. You know what, brother? Definitely keep it going. One of the longest running crypto shows in the industry. Us, Crypto Blood, I think Crypto O, definitely one of the longest shows in the industry. So, and we're the only one that's giving away free crypto pretty much every day. So definitely want to keep that going, man. Dry dessert, let's see. Problem with real estate is that you think you own it, but you don't. Yep. In China, it's not a secret. In Western countries, almost nobody knows it. Yeah, we actually discussed that yesterday, how in the UK, the kings and queens and the royalty, they own most of the real estate in the world. And even though it's like 3 or 4 companies in between them and that payment, they own pretty much everything. So as close as you can get to owning land is what we should do with cryptocurrency. Plus, there are people starting communities outside of the U.S. Where their jurisdiction is a little different and they actually do own the land. But I'm gonna tell you like this: if we return to a time where it's I own this land, this is mine, it's gonna be whoever has the best security and and more guns. Because you can say you have land all day, but if I show up and take everything that's there, that's my land now. So honestly, at this point, if you want to keep land, you just gotta be able to secure it. As a man, anything I say I own it, or something's gonna happen. So even if somebody else says they can take it, nah, not really. So let's see, crypto and culture. Yep, definitely sipping that wine. Yep, gotta keep the Cabernet going. So glad we got past 6,000. We'll have a real celebration once we break the all-time high. But I'm just glad to see it break 6,000, because once it hit the all-time low, people started doubting crypto. Now I'm starting to get more emails and calls, more consultations. So looks like the market is back, people. And shout out to everybody on Facebook that is watching as well. See if we have any questions here. No questions, it looks like, here on Facebook. But I want to thank you all for watching today. Once again, we are the Gentlemen of Crypto, available on Google Play, iTunes, iHeartRadio, and Spotify. Make sure look at blockchainonline.com. Definitely got the book coming next month. A lot of great stuff coming. And it's something I really wanted. Yes, Black Blockchain Summit. Let me put the link here. The tickets are up now, so you can actually visit and get your tickets for the Black Blockchain Summit right now. It will be September 9th through the 10th in Washington, D.C. at Howard University. Sinclair Skinner, who is the CEO of BitMari, he was our interview for our 300th episode. Also a great friend and colleague. He's organizing it. I'll be there, definitely be on some panels. He'll definitely be there. You can pick his brain. So many smart people from around the world there last year. And I believe if there's anybody who wants to sponsor or who wants to reach out for more information, DM me or Sinclair Skinner, and I'm sure we can shoot that information over to you email wise. This is global people. Last year we had people from the Caribbean, from Jamaica, from Botswana, from Ghana, South Africa, Europe. We had people from all over the U.S. Like I said, it's in D.C. I'm in L.A. and I'm never going to miss this conference as long as it's going. We had an amazing time. A lot of the people that I met there, I'm working with them right now on projects, because when we left, it's one of the only conferences where they said, hey, we're not leaving here without solutions. So this time next year, come back with some solutions. And I can't wait to bring all the stuff I've been working on. Definitely interested in being at Blockchain Summit, definitely. So let's see. We got some comments here on Facebook. Let's see what we got. Dirk Dezil, Zay, I saw Binance got robbed. I was watching the message on my phone. Yeah, well, we discussed that they lost $40 million in a hack. Just so you don't get scared, it's only 2% of their total hot wallet supply, and they have an insurance fund. So anybody who lost funds is going to get those funds returned. However, from a security standpoint, it happens. That's why you don't keep your funds on exchanges. But as you can see, the price actually went up 3% after that news from yesterday. So it was probably more FUD than anything. And when Binance is a headline, people listen. So let's see. Jesus Walker. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Can you sponsor? Absolutely. Like I said, shoot me a message or shoot Sinclair a message. I'll let you know what you can do to help sponsor and more information on that. And let me put the link here as well. So if there's no more comments, let me make sure we don't have any more questions. Let's see. Yeah, cool works. Let's see. Show up with guns and take your land. Oh yeah, that's how this country was built. And when people talk about it's not your land, the only reason they say that is because somebody with a gun will show up and say this is our land now. So that's literally how it works. Let's see. Crypto culture. Can we vlog there? Oh yeah, absolutely. It wasn't enough vlogs actually. There was, I think, 2 people their own cameras going up. Shout out to Jamal J, one of the people who watches. I think there's one other person who had the vlog, and then there was the Black Blockchain Summit vlog where I have an interview with the Bitcoin lady, a few other people. But yes, you can definitely vlog there. Richard Turwing, love your enthusiasm. Oh yeah, definitely, brother. As you can see, I'm with it. I've been with it for 6 years. I ain't going anywhere. And let's see, Shannon Allen, can't wait to hear about the representative soon to die Sherman. Yeah, he doesn't care because he's 148 years old. How much longer does he really have? So it's not, he can't really fathom cryptocurrencies probably. So good to see there. Let's see, no more questions. I'll get out you all here today. Glad to bring you all this news in the crypto world. Another great day for news, and I will see you all tomorrow. Cheers.